What is going on, guys? Today I bring you round 5 of Open Figure the Force of Ali. And in this round I got paired up against Rodrigo Sarabando, a friend of mine, and it was a very unpleasant pairing. I don't think we didn't want to play each other, but we had to. And yeah, I prepared a lot for this game, as usual, and I got to the board and I played e4, and here he played e6. Like, bro, I was completely like shocked when I saw this move. I mean, damn, he always plays c5. Like, I have never seen a game where he didn't play c5 against e4. I don't think so. And he just played e6, and I was like, okay, this guy just, of course, I know him. I know that he prepares a lot as well for his games, and he probably looked at all my online games and just tried a French. And here I had the big thing. I didn't know what I was going for here. And yeah, I just didn't look at the French that much throughout the months before the tournament, because I wasn't even planning on playing e4 this tournament. So yeah, I ended up playing knight f3, hoping that he transposes into this Sicilian that he plays a lot, but of course he doesn't play c5, he plays d5. And here I decided that the most practical way for me to play is to just go for the boring exchange variation, because yeah, I mean, it can't really surprise me that much in this opening variation, and I should be able to get like a fine position and playable position, He plays bishop d6, I play bishop d3, knight f6, queen e2, check. This is all the line I play online against the French exchange, and when I'm playing the French exchange, I play this line with queen e2 check. Someone played this against me in my Chess Journey International Master, and I like the positions that he got, and yeah, it's pretty comfortable for white. And yeah, here my opponent played bishop e6, which I stopped to think about. Again, he probably prepared this line, and yeah, I didn't know if I really wanted to walk into the most obvious move. But at the end of the day, like, if he plays bishop e6, I think the best move has to be knight g5, grabbing the bishop pair. And after a while I played it. I was spending way too much time on the opening, I didn't like that. I took the bishop pair, we traded queens, and we get this position which is it's very interesting actually. He has a lead in development, but he has a weaker structure with his backward e6 pawn. But it's not so easy to exploit because I'm not that well developed. I played knight e2 here, c5 by my opponent. Here I thought for a while what I wanted to do about this move. I decided to just take the pawn. Bishop takes on c5, and now it's a bit tricky, I think he got what he wanted. He got a tricky and interesting position out of the opening. He definitely out prepared me for sure, and he definitely, like, I wasn't expecting this at all. So yeah, he definitely won that preparation fight. And here the thing is that even though these pawns at first sight might look weak, they are dangerous for me, because they are two central pawns. I don't have the central pawns anymore. I don't have the d pawn or the e pawn, and yeah, it's you have to play around this structure well for both sides, and it's not that common. It's not so easy. Here I played knight b3, decided to get a tempo on this bishop so I could develop my bishop as well. Here he played bishop d6, and here I decided to just go for a very direct approach here with c4, which it is a move. I'm trying to break down its structure immediately, because I didn't want these pawns to just roll down the board and harass my pieces. So here he just castles, which is a very nice move. Just keep developing while I'm doing this stuff on with the pawns. We trade pawns. Now he has an isolated pawn, deep pawn, so I was happy. And here I just cast. So okay, I mean, position looks fine. I mean, it's still better developed, but I have the bishop pair, and in the long run, this can become a weakness, right? Here he played knight c6, very natural. I played bishop 2, I think also natural, trying to cover the b4 square. And here he plays knight e5, and yeah, I mean, my opponent wasn't wasting any time. He was just playing very active moves. And here I have, you know, a question and a decision to make. Where should I put my bishop? And I decided to go bishop f5, which it is a move. The engine doesn't really like it, prefers to keep the bishop on c2 or even on e2. I mean, my idea, at least I had an idea with bishop f5, which was to control this c8 square. He played rook a8. Here I played bishop c3. I was trying to activate my pieces. He played g6, and here, you know, I thought again about putting the bishop on h3, but I was like, probably I should go back to c2 and admit that the bishop on f5 wasn't a good move. So yeah, I was already feeling uncomfortable with this position. I just felt like he was super active with all these pieces on very nice squares, and my rooks are still passive, and I don't know, this feels like kind of clamped. It feels kind of weird because my bishop pair doesn't have much scope yet. Here he played knight e4, another active move, just, you know, taking advantage of my pieces being a little bit misplaced and you know, passive. And here I play the natural bishop d4. I don't want to give up my bishop pair for nothing. I think this would just improve his structure, and yeah, it would just be a bad move to trade here. Then he would get this square for the knight. So I just played bishop d4, and now he plays knight c6, back to c6, and again, he's with every move he's creating threats. And yeah, it was very unpleasant because he was playing fast. It looked like he was like improving his position. I'm still trying to get some stability in this middle game, and I'm not sure if I can actually get it. Here I end up playing a not so good move. There's only one real good move here, but I just discarded it. I played rook a1, which it's still fine, but the position starts to become very tactical and complicated. The natural bishop e3 is what I wanted to play, but I was not sure what I would do about several moves here, which are very uncomfortable for me. First, knight b4, it's uncomfortable attacking this bishop. I would have to play something like bishop b1 if I don't want to lose the bishop pair, and I mean, my rook is stuck on a1. Just looking at this, even like bishop e5 looks scary attacking b2, but here it just would be a blunder because I would have bishop takes here, and at the end I would win a piece or the exchange like this, and I didn't see this, so I didn't want to play bishop e3 and walk into this knight b4. My pieces would be very passive. But here, even just the direct bishop e5, it's uncomfortable here attacking the b2 pawn. And if I have to play something like rook b1, again another passive move, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, I just didn't like it, you know. It just felt like I had nothing active to do, and I was just defending his threats, and yeah, I just couldn't figure it out. I was very upset with my position straight out of the opening. I never thought that I would get into so much trouble after just 20 moves in the exchange variation of the French, but my opponent was just outplaying me, honestly, and he was putting a lot of pressure. Here I played rook ad1, and after knight d4 I blundered a tactic which, yeah, looking at it now, it looks basic, but yeah, I just wasn't sharp enough to actually realize what he was threatening. I took with the the rook, and I got hit by knight f2. And yeah, this is very unpleasant. Of course, my idea with rook takes on d4 was that I was attacking the d5 pawn, and you know, if he has to play something like knight f6 here, I finally am able to untangle a bit, and I don't know, I can play maybe g3 or reroute my bishop somewhere, and yeah, I should be doing fine. But here he has knight f2, which, yeah, I just missed this, that this works. Yeah, I took on d5, he took on h2, I have to take the bishop, and now he gives this check, and my rook here is hanging, and yeah, I can't play king g1 because he takes on f1, and at the end, when I take back with the king, he has this fork on e3. So yeah, just nice calculation by my opponent. And here I'm lucky that I even have this where I get, you know, 2 pieces for a rook, but yeah, this should be losing, although the computer says it's not that simple, and it proved to not be simple at all in the game, as you'll see. So the game is far from over, but here I should take with the knight. But here, after bishop c5, I didn't know what to do. I mean, this is so uncomfortable, and there's so many threats with the f2 pawn, you know. And yeah, after rook f2 is even winning the second pawn, and I didn't resign here because I didn't want to resign so early, but honestly, maybe if it was another day, or maybe another opponent, I would probably resign immediately. But I decided to keep playing knight d4, rook g2 check, king f3, rook g1, and yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what to do. I really had no hopes, but it's kind of funny that the computer, I played rook d7, my opponent played rook rook g to e1, and it's so funny that the computer says that this position is equal. But yeah, here I played knight e6, and this was like trying to be tricky, I guess. I thought that my opponent couldn't take here on e6 because I thought that this endgame would be a draw, and this is what we got in the game. So when my opponent took on e6, I got super happy and super excited because I thought, what, like, this is a draw now. Like, he can't really improve his position because the king is very passive, my rook is very active, and it's not so easy for him to get these pawns. And if we trade like these 2 pawns, for example, like, I don't know how he will be able to, you know, push these pawns because my king is active, his king is passive, and I thought that I had very good drawing chances. And honestly, I don't know if with perfect play this is a draw or a win for black, because the engine evaluation gives it 0.4. I don't know if this engine is very good or not. Just a chess.com engine, and yeah, I don't know, actually. I think this is probably like some theoretical position at you know, at the end of the day. And I don't know if anyone of you guys knows if this is a draw or win. I would like for you to comment down below and try to explain if you can, because I'm very interested. And yeah, I haven't touched my theoretical rook endgames book in a while, which I should, and maybe I have the answer there. But yeah, I was very happy with this, and all of a sudden I thought that I had very good drawing chances. I played a3 here, rook a4 by my opponent, king g3, just waiting, and now he plays king g8. I play rook c7, just passing the turn. He plays h6, and this effectively wins for not wins, but draws the game. I can draw the game immediately, apparently. And of course, when he plays h6, I think he realized that he made a huge mistake. I thought about this option of playing rook c8 check and trying to give a lot of checks, but I didn't go for this. I just made this rook b7 move, and now he has a chance to keep the pressure going with h5 here. I was just shuffling the rook back and forth. We trade these pawns, and here I can still go for the draw. Yeah, I just missed it again. Now it's even easier because like I have so many squares to check from, and he can never like approach here because I always like, if I go immediately for the pawn here with rook a6, I'm actually losing on the spot because of rook b3 check. If I approach h5 check, and this is like already like losing for me, and if I go back here, this is also losing because now he actually can do this and hide the king on h5. So yeah, this would be losing. So this was still tricky here because after rook a5 check and king e4, I have to give this check. And now if he goes down the board, I can play this and I'm fine. If he goes back, we just repeat the position. Even if he goes like here, doesn't matter. I can just give a check, and yeah, it's an immediate draw. I missed this again. Just clueless. Just no idea how to play rook endgames here. And yeah, after a while, my opponent played rook e7, and here I only have one move to maybe ult. It's not clear that I would ult, but here the only move is king h4. But yeah, I was completely clueless. I didn't even realize my opponent's idea was to play rook e7 here, and now I'm officially losing. There's nothing I can do. If I trade the rooks, that's an easy win for black. He's in time to grab my pawn here. Simple calculation, is in time, so I can trade the rooks. And if I have to move the rook away from the 7th rank, he can activate his king, and after he activates his king, there's nothing I can do. He's just gonna, you know, win this endgame, and yeah, there's nothing I can do here. I resigned, and yeah, what a shitty game, honestly. Like, what a shitty game. I think from both of us. He definitely outplayed me in the opening, middle game, but in the end game, he also just blundered. I think going for that rook endgame, if you're not sure that it's winning or the technique, it's not a good decision by him. But it worked out for him. But yeah, I mean, I think he should have kept the rooks, both rooks on the board, and not trade into that endgame. But who knows? Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys for the next round. Bye bye.